Right, so almost at the last plants that I brought back. I've got in front of me 2 mangoes, and the last plant I'll show a separate video because it's not a mango, different species. So these 2 mango plants were from Ikuria Nursery, and I filmed the section that had all the mangoes in and actually pointed out these 2 plants. So this one is the Amrapali, and it's about, well, both roughly about 4 feet in height. They didn't have any shorter ones, so it wasn't my intention to bring back such large plants. And if you look at the stem on the Amrapali, look how thick that is. It's quite a thick stem. Not sure if these are grafted or not, possibly grafted plants, but yeah, definitely at a size where they can flower and produce fruit. So the Amrapali is one that I've tried to grow from seed before now, and I know that fellow YouTuber Shams Gardening and Crafts is growing, has a very healthy Amrapali mango plant in his greenhouse, not far from, well, he's in the Greater Manchester area, so he's growing his indoors. And I thought, you know, when I saw the Amrapali, there were lots of different varieties. There were Fosley and etc., but they were all pretty big, and there was no way I could fit more than 2 in my suitcase, and the weight as well, because these trunks, they're not lightweight. There is a weight to the stem, the whole plant, and then you've got the root ball. The root ball is obviously larger than the other plants that I've shown, and you can't sort of reduce those down to nothing. So yeah, weight's an issue, but here we are. They're back, and let's see what happens. They might lose all its leaves. It's early days yet, but hopefully I can keep them alive. Now this variety I hadn't even heard of before. This is called Blackstone, and you can see the leaves contrast to the Amrapali, how sort of a deep burgundy, a sort of a deep burgundy, and the fruit that it produces, not black, but it's like a very deep purple, yellow flesh inside, but the outer skin is like a deep purple. They call it Blackstone. Now it may have other names. I'm not quite sure where they originally come from, the Blackstone mango. I reckon this is probably an imported one. But this has suffered a little bit in transit. I had to reduce the size of it because unlike the Amrapali, I could bend that. I put a cane in to straighten it up, but this was really bent over, you know, to get into the packaging, to make it, you know, small in size. But when I tried to do that with this Blackstone, we had to cut off a branch. A branch has already been removed, so it had like 2 sort of branches. Had to remove sort of down here, had to break that one off because it was quite a large stem coming right out at an angle, and there was no way I could bend it in, and it would have taken up too much space because it was like a sort of a very wide angle. I couldn't bend them in together, so had to break off that. And then when I was trying to put it in the suitcase, this happened. I snapped this branch, so it's not totally off, and I'm trying to sort of see if it will mend itself, but it doesn't look like it because the leaves have all shriveled on this part. So we've still got these 2 2 branches here that are healthy, and you know, so if that one fails, I'll just cut it below where it's broken, and then the plant can just concentrate on these you know, these 2 remaining stems. So both similar height, decent stems, thickness on them, you know, definitely mature specimens, and you know, more than likely capable of flowering and fruiting if they can get past this stressful stage. You know, can get them acclimatized to my living house, you know, my living room, and get the watering sussed out, see how much water they need to keep them going, and take it from there. So, fellow mango growers in the UK, let me know what you think about these 2 plants. This is the Amrapali. I've actually sprayed this one with a fungicide because there was some, it looked like sooty mould on the underside of the leaves. I couldn't see any insects, but what I did yesterday, I'll put a picture up of what I did. I put a bag over it. Right, so this take it outside because it's too cold. Mango. And sprayed it with the fungicide all over and under the leaves, mainly where the black sort of, it wasn't black spot, it was like patches of black, sooty mould I would describe it as. And this one seems okay leaf wise, don't see any sort of pests on them. I did go over the leaves on this one, they weren't as numerous. Checked all the leaves over, made sure there weren't any pests on there, didn't spray it, didn't seem to need it. So there we are, Blackstone and Amrapali mango. Let me know what you think, folks. Take care. Bye bye.